Welcome to the Hard Truth Guys, episode 8.
What?
Welcome all our viewers, and we are going to cover definitely an interesting topic today that's current in the news. So, who wants to start out here?
You got it up, man.
I got it up here.
He's
Whoa,
got it
whoa,
up.
whoa,
Steve.
whoa,
Whoa,
Talk
now.
about that.
Whoa.
These nuts.
These nuts, not a sponsor.
Salty by design.
Wait, do they have a brand called These Nuts?
I don't know.
Well, why? What do you mean not a sponsor?
My boss sent me a website that has all these different kind of like flavored almonds and like seasoned stuff.
But there's no
he's like-
brand name These Nuts out there. Though.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Why is that?
I don't know.
You know,
because
actually, I
nobody
think-
wants to get down on
Yeah,
these
yeah,
nuts.
These
But
nuts are definitely
but
salty.
he goes. He sent it to me. He goes, "Well, you just be careful when you look it up because the site is called nuts.com."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So he
get some
sent me a
visuals
link.
you don't want to see.
Yeah, so at least he sent me the link so I could look it up.
Bow,
But this thing
chicka,
is
bow,
great.
wow,
I
right?
think they're at
Yeah.
they're only like, the company is only based like about an hour away from us. So we said they'll get it to you in like a day when you order.
wow.
I'm like,
Yeah,
and they
excellent.
have like,
Where's that? Lancaster.
yeah, they have
horse and buggy.
they had a tequila lime.
Woo!
They
very
had
nice.
sea salt and pepper. They had topoki flavored. I mean, they got
What,
all
what
kinds
is
of.
Topoki?
Topoki is a Korean rice cake.
Damn, I forgot
Okay.
to take the wings out, man. I was gonna make wings tomorrow.
You know,
no.
We were
you
talking
know,
about all the different flavors.
Oh
Mother.
no!
Somebody
well, you
forgot.
can put them under the water, let them run for an hour,
Nah.
and thaw them out.
I was
that way.
gonna season them overnight though. you know?
just eat them raw.
Raw chicken.
Raw with barbecue sauce.
like the raw brats I gave you last week.
Yeah.
They weren't raw.
Hey, let me
They
tell
were
you
cooked,
something.
man.
I had them for 2 days, man, and you
They
thought
were
we had.
good.
you
Look
thought
what
we
happened.
You thought we had some issues on the show last
Oh,
week.
man.
They were good though. Weren't
They were good, but man,
got
I don't know
more
if the
in the
guys at work
freezer.
were happy about
We
it.
should really just start a
What are you
cooking
talking
show.
about? Oh, you
Have a
mean the
little gas.
flagellants?
Yeah,
you're
have a little
talking
gas
about.
with
Yeah, I was gonna bring my gas
I
mask
got more of
today.
those. I'll have to make them up.
Oh, they were
another
good.
time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order some.
What do you say we turn this into a cooking show?
Yeah.
Just like grill down in the down in the basement and kill ourselves with NCO. But,
Okay, now all they want to do is flip the chicken over.
exactly.
roasting in my roasting pan.
It's just a visual.
All right, so let's
All
get
right.
back on topic here.
So today I believe we're going to talk about
The Civil War that's coming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this
Yeah.
this
So-
Texas border issue.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess you all know by now that Texas decided to kick the feds out of what was it, the Eagle Pass Park?
The park.
Well,
Yeah.
so
And
I
I'm not
I guess
allowed
what
to
we
play in
get
the
from this
park.
is Eagle Pass in Texas appears to be a geographic area where a majority of illegal migrants cross.
Yeah, you see?
So Texas has chosen to put, I call it Constantino wire, but it's spelled differently.
It's called razor wire.
Razor
called
wire.
rip the
Right.
shit out of
Essentially,
your
it's
wire.
barbed wire with razor blades
Rip
attached
the
to it.
shit out of your
And
wire.
it's nasty stuff.
Yeah.
So apparently they started dragging out rolls of this stuff to try to, as well as other equipment, to try to stop the illegal migrant crossing, as well as a boat ramp that is part of a park within Eagle Pass Park, and to stop
Wait.
Federal Border Patrol from getting in there.
Wait, I didn't know this, honestly. There's a boat ramp
It-
at the park that leads the boat,
into the
boat into the river
into
that
the
is
Rio
right
Grande.
next to the Mexico border.
well, right across the Rio Grande is Mexico. So
Why the fuck
right.
is there a boat
Well,
ramp there?
the boat ramp is apparently to be used because as these migrants cross the river, of course they're going to get swept up by the current. And I guess when you get halfway across the river, technically that's U.S. territory at that point. Or so they get swept up in the current, and then these illegal migrants are drowning and in distress. So
It's funny parody when you said that when you're halfway over.
what's that?
U.S. and Mexico.
Yeah.
US,
Look what I can do.
Mexico.
Look what I
Look what I can do. So, and apparently, once they're in distress, that for the humanity's sake, that the border patrol goes out there and gets them.
Well,
So
So,
you said Civil War? What's
Yes.
Civil War?
so Governor Abbott has decided to say to put up this razor wire and say to Federal Border Protection that says that you can no longer access the Rio Grande, that this appears to be an area where the majority of migrants are pouring over. And as much as you are deeming it as a place of trying to rescue them or capture them, arrest them, deport them back, that it is not.
No, they don't want to.
It is
back.
not being used in that purpose.
They're
So
not deporting them back.
No,
They said they are.
Well, right here it says under President Biden's lawless border policies, more than 6 million illegal immigrants have crossed over the southern border in just 3 years.
There's not enough beds to go around.
Yeah. So Governor Abbott went like this to Biden.
Biden apparently, or the federal government said, through fighting through court cases, said, no, the Border Protection needs access to this.
Yeah, can
And,
you believe the Supreme Court actually said that they
well,
had
it went
the-
through the court systems all the way up to the Supreme
Yeah,
Court.
but why
and-
would they say that they should
Well-
take down them razor
well,
wires?
here's
It's a little funky there. Yeah.
here's what the conflict is saying. Abbott is saying, look, all these millions of
good
illegal
nuts.
migrants are pouring over into the country, and I don't want it anymore. And I'm considering it, Governor Abbott is considering it an invasion of Texas.
Yep.
Invasion.
So, and because he's like, hey, we have a right to protect our land, and the federal government is doing nothing to secure the borders, that this is actually considered an invasion. So he's using articles within the Constitution. Is that right? He's using.
Yeah, so he said the failure of the Biden administration to fulfill its duties imposed by Article 5.
Right.
Wait, no, I'm
No,
sorry.
Article,
Article
4, Section 4.
Yep, has triggered Article 1.
Shall protect each state against invasion, and Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3, which acknowledges the state's sovereign interest in protecting their borders. It's Arizona versus United States, 567 U.S. 387, 419 of 2012 law.
Yep. It says,
So-
it says, which promises, shall protect each state, and then acknowledges the state's sovereign interest.
So we still haven't talked about the Civil War. What about that?
Well, so
They're saying that in this article I'm reading, and I'll paraphrase this.
Please do.
So I think it's cato.org, a blog,
What?
says James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and other visionaries who wrote the U.S. Constitution foresaw that the state should not be left to the mercy of the lawless president who does nothing to stop external threats like cartels smuggling millions of illegal immigrants across the border. This is why the framers included both Article 4, Section 4, which promises that the federal government shall protect each state against invasion, Article 1, Section 10, Clause
And they're
3.
not doing that.
So, and it's not being done. So pretty much Abbott has said, look, we're going to protect our own borders from this invasion. And it's gone back and forth through the court systems that it ultimately came to the decision that through the Biden administration, through the courts, Supreme Court, that said you need to allow Border Patrol, federal agents to have access to it, and you need to take down all this razor wire.
Okay, but what about the Civil War? I keep asking. What's all that about?
So my theory, my theory on that
I mean,
is,
I know all about that shit. I read all that crap.
Well, so I guess Abbott,
No,
Governor.
Gavin
That's short for Governor Abbott. Gavin. Governor Abbott has parked. He has parked troops of his own, state troops, which
Militia?
would be National Guard.
You know, there's some militias heading down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
It's saying a lot of people heading down that way.
So it was given till January 26th for
today?
Abbott to remove the razor wire.
What's
which-
today?
today is the 27th.
Yes.
That razor wire's still up there, ain't
And
it?
I think Governor Abbott said, yeah, I'm going to put more
He
up.
gave that other finger thing, right?
But we have.
Oh, no, he gave him this one.
Hey,
So-
but we'll get back to what we were just saying. What about the Civil War? man?
So, because I guess it's troops against troops, the federal government's going to mobilize probably
You ever
troops
see
of
that
military.
movie Braveheart with Mel Gibson?
You could take our freedom, but you take
Did
our lives, but
you
you
know
never
those
take our
swords that
freedom.
they had in there?
Yeah.
That they were the Civil Wars type stuff.
Were they?
You could buy that at Home Depot.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah,
What?
go online. I saw it today.
Really?
You can buy a replica of it.
Wow.
Yeah, you could go on there and buy a replica of that same sword, and they were kind of mocking it up to be like a Civil War thing.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's really real metal and whatnot, but yeah, it was on Fox News. I saw it. Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
So what's going to happen as far as Civil War? Meaning that, who's on the side of Texas, who's on the side of the federal government? Obviously, we have an immigration crisis.
How do you know who's on whose side?
Well, right.
Because look at January 6th. They're all dressed up,
Ah.
looking like MAGA people, right? Who the
Yeah.
hell are you going to know?
I still would like to know how many federal agents were in plain clothes that were within the vicinity or within the Capitol when this was occurring.
Plenty of them.
Right.
They,
and allowing them to go
And what's his
through.
name? He keeps saying, "Well, I can't talk about the status of undercover." Well, that right there says that they were there. So
Right. And, it seems that the insurrection was just, or calling it an insurrection was a ploy to somehow come up with attaching it to Trump, and that he was the grand leader of this insurrection and didn't want to turn over power and to make the big deal out of what occurred.
but Trump's never been charged with insurrection. Neither has anybody.
Right, he's been called an insurrectionist, but he's
Right.
never been charged as such.
Right. So with the Civil War, my thought is that this is going to be the spark that kind of makes Texas
Twerk?
want to.
Did you say twerk?
Secede from the Union?
Twerk,
yeah.
Secede-
Oh. No, you
Yeah,
said twerk.
and,
I'm like, where the hell
You
did that
know,
come from?
if you have federal agents clashing with Texas National Guard, that's not going to look good, man, and that's going to be. And then this goes into the story that was on the news the other day about this illegal that they were interviewing, and they're like, "Well, who are you?" He goes, "Well, soon you'll know who I am."
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So
That character?
yeah, I'm like, they don't even know who's here. They've let so many people come into the country, and like I said, we don't have an issue with immigration. We have a problem
There is no
with
problem with
illegal immigration.
Right.
You got to go and you got to do it right. There's how many people that are waiting in other countries that, they're still waiting years and years because there's a backlog because of all these illegals that keep trying to cross over.
And is it really a ploy just to divide votes?
It is.
You let all
Because
the
here's the
illegals
thing.
in.
Do
you realize they have like
famous movie sword replica?
I told you.
and look
Reclaiming
at
your
that.
freedom.
And
Nice.
Charlie's looking up. So, and you realize there's like don't quote me on the numbers, but it's pretty close. 3.3 million pending cases that extend out like 8 years. They're giving a NTA, a notice to appear.
Who's going to show up for
Really? Hey, I'm going to need you to show up in court in 8 years. Is that right?
$50.
$50 for this thing, man. Look at it.
$50.
Yeah, look, stainless steel, William Wallace medieval sword
Really,
with
that?
sheath silver at Home Depot.
At Home Depot. Wow. Interesting.
That looks like something.
The stuff that we see box stores selling.
Something we should have sitting right here.
Lord of the Rings.
Well, they wouldn't. I don't think they'd let me put pew pew right on the table because that would be. I would have mine sitting right there at the table just to.
Yeah, they were sitting there like that. You'd have to cover them up with something like a banana.
Why can't we say? Why can't we say guns? Why do we have to say?
Oh no, you can't say that.
Why?
YouTube
What's wrong
algorithm.
with guns?
Yeah. Well, YouTube algorithm doesn't like that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that right? They don't want
Yeah,
anything
you
talked
say
about.
Certain words.
and
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Certain
Interesting.
videos and stuff like that. They'll go ahead and take that shit right out from underneath you.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah,
You'll
but
get
then
shadow
send-
banned.
Yeah, they'll send you. You've been warned.
Yep.
Don't do this.
Don't
Is
say
that
that
right?
again.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
interesting.
we'll start getting that disclaimer on there, like if you go to certain videos.
That's why we
So
gotta
does
get-
YouTube believe in freedom of speech?
No.
No.
That's why
okay.
we.
That's
That's
why
why
we're
we
still trying to get
started
to Rumble.
here, and then we're gonna get our way over there on Rumble then, because Rumble lets you say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're,
Okay.
they're a freer platform.
Yeah, we
for
could
sure.
put out some guns. We could put out.
Oh.
I'm surprised we didn't get taken down yet for this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
But
Interesting.
Huh?
Oh yeah,
that's
that's
a
why
possibility.
you'll see a lot of people pew pew. You know.
Well, we're not well known yet.
Yeah,
once
so
it
they
starts
won't.
happening-
Yeah, they won't. They
Yeah,
won't come after the small fish right now.
The small amount of people. Tell your friends, man. Watch. It's pretty funny. The small amount of people that are coming on here right now.
So
they're
if
not
you,
going to
if
look
you wanted
at
to
us
do a
as being,
program or a segment on gun care or something along that nature on a
Whatever.
YouTube platform, they would not. They would pull you for doing that.
Well, they
don't
won't
want
pull you, but what they don't.
You have
they,
to put
they
a
won't-
disclaimer as this is for entertainment purposes only.
Oh,
then,
really?
Then,
Okay.
Then
the
you can get
algorithm
away with doing it.
may
Yeah.
go under, and they won't promote your video as much.
Really
Oh
interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
Like
They
if this
take
was
money out your pocket.
Yeah.
Pocket thing,
if this was like an LGBTQ plus XYZ, they'd be promoting us right to the top of the list.
Wow.
Oh, maybe because I said it, maybe we'll get a hit and it'll bump us up a little bit.
you
Why
know,
don't we
yeah,
change the flag next week? Maybe that'll help.
No.
interesting concept.
I agree. It was
So
a joke.
it's really bad. So what you're saying is YouTube is based really on wokeness or current.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whether
Well,
it's
they're-
woke
they're
or
just
not.
like
it's-
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Oh yeah,
TikTok.
Yeah, they
You know, the only thing I must say,
I must say I don't subscribe to TikTok.
TikTok has
It's-
some funny people.
I bet, but-
Because they catch some of the stupidest people, man. I'll tell you what.
remind me to show you that some of the stuff that I was trying to send you. That
Yeah,
night.
I just
I have
when
it here.
I was
I have
told,
it
look,
here.
it's a communistic platform.
Remember the other day I sent you a couple weeks ago. I forgot to show you last week. There was this episode on America's Got Talent.
Right.
Remember you saw that, and I told you,
Oh,
you said you couldn't
yeah.
open it. I said I was going to show it to you.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
show it to you.
Okay.
This guy's the best, man. I thought
Really
he should have won it,
interesting.
but yeah, I'll
Oh,
show it to you
yeah,
after we
yeah.
get done.
So, I mean, we're running short on time here, keeping our episode links down.
Why?
What do you think? What do you think about the immigration problem? You know, how's it affected you? Has it come to your back door yet? Or when will it come to your back door?
What?
You know,
Nothing coming near my back door.
you know what I'm saying? Or come to a neighborhood near you?
I don't want
to
that
where,
either.
What, you know, does it affect your employment? Does it affect the crime rate in an area? How does illegal immigration ultimately hurt the United States versus help the United States?
Surprisingly, I don't see it hurting us yet where we're at. But
Yeah,
eventually it's going to come a point to
Well,
where
When you
it
bring
will.
What about
so
the-
many millions of illegal, eventually, at some point, you know, it's going to show up in a neighborhood near you. So I mean, it's just it's just a product of millions and millions and millions coming into the country.
Yeah, well, it's all going to a shit show because of the fucking oatmeal brain we got up there.
yeah.
Well,
Running
and
the place.
Yep.
so what you know on that
Well,
thought,
he could get impeached over this a lot easier, I think, because they're bringing up the facts that he's not
Dude.
doing he's violated the
Shit ain't happening up there on fucking Capitol Hill. I don't care what anybody says. No one's doing shit. It's all a shit show. It's all for show. Nobody cares. I'm telling you, nobody does. Yeah, so many Republicans that are voting with fucking Democrat, vote with Republicans. I mean, it's just a shit show up there. Nobody's doing nothing. We've had the House for how long now? We haven't done shit. I don't think it's going to even happen. And by the way, shame on you guys for not addressing how I look nice today.
oh.
I come straight from working for the man today.
Oh well, yeah. I'm not working for the man.
I'm not casual like I have been. I'm looking pretty nice here.
Yeah,
today.
you know, you are looking pretty dapper,
Yeah, thank
dapper
you.
Dan.
Yeah, oh boy.
Yeah, well, with that being said, we're coming to the end of the episode today. I don't know, man. Like I said, it is a shit show. It seems to be, but is this going to give Trump a bump or is this going to help Biden?
Trump a bump.
He's saying that,
many-
I'm ready to fix the border and this and that, and it's all because of me and blah, blah.
Who's this? This
Dude,
is
I think his
Biden.
vice president's gonna be that dude, the independent guy.
Oh, Kennedy?
Yeah,
I
I think
did see
he's
something
gonna
about
pick
that.
that guy to be his vice VP because he's a
That could be.
Democrat and he's an independent, and they
who?
won't
Trump's
be-
going to pick him?
Yeah. You heard it from
Kennedy.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I
Senator
think so.
Kennedy's son. Yep.
Mhm. I'll put $10
Yeah, that would
on
be
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
So, how many months do we have left till we?
There's probably like
Well, no,
260 something days till the
No,
election.
he's going to announce it after what's her face drops out after South
When do you
Carolina primary.
when do you predict Nikki Haley will drop out?
After South Carolina, which is
primary,
what,
they
like
come-
February
at
8th
the
or
end
something?
of February. No,
Okay.
it's end of February. There's one before that.
Okay.
There's one before that was kind of funny.
So
There,
far,
that was Nevada,
It was
but she's
Nevada.
not on it.
She's
right?
not on it because they moved it to another day. She's on the one that they're not voting on. And
so far,
they say
he's-
she's saying, "Oh, Trump moved all that shit all around."
yeah. so far, Trump has got New Hampshire and
Iowa. He's got
and
all of
Iowa.
them.
He's
Yeah.
gotten both of them. There hasn't been 3 yet, right? It's been only 2 so far, 2 primaries.
Yeah, 2 primaries. Yeah,
There's
Okay.
another one next week.
which
Okay.
is in Nevada, which he's going to win.
Yeah,
Right.
easily.
Which basically, once he wins that, there's no way that she can get.
And then
she
South
can get
Carolina,
anything.
she thinks she's going to win, but
And that's
they're
her home
pre-polling.
state.
Yeah, that's her
and
home
they're
state,
already
right.
polling that, and he's doing over 30 points better than her.
Yeah.
And at that point, you just got to say, I might as well get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Because she's doing
Bow
nothing but
out
hurting.
gracefully.
She's
Yeah.
taking all that money,
Yep.
Democratic money.
Yep.
Right.
That's all what it's all about. She's taking all that money.
Do you foresee anything happening to Biden? Do you see
No.
him dropping out
No.
of the race?
Well, I think that the Democrats may secretly like this whole thing with the border because they can turn around and they could go, well, Joe Biden, you got oatmeal for brains and you're too old and you can't speak and we're going to have to replace you. So then they could.
The article
slide
that I
somebody
read
in.
says that there's an uproar with Michelle and Obama and Barack
Big Mike?
and that
Big Mike?
yeah and that
Allegedly.
and that they're behind the scenes trying to
They have been. I told you
indirectly,
this.
yeah, trying to
Ever since he got appointed, I told you. Where does he live?
yeah,
He
They
lives-
both still live in fucking D.C. right down the street.
right.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a fucking tunnel from that house to the White House.
And
Those
he'd go up
bitches
and
go
kick
back
Joe.
and forth. No, let's do this. Let's do this.
Well, I need to get more in the loop on what's going. I think there's a chef position open. I should probably go. But anyway,
I'd be careful. The water's kind of deep over there.
is it? Yeah, water's
7
deep.
feet deep.
It's,
And on that note, we want to say thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in next week. Not sure what we're going to talk about, but I'm sure something will come up in the meantime. Yeah,
Of course, it always
with
does.
with the shit show going on, there should be something to talk about every week.
Absolutely.
We should just change it up and pick a topic. I think that's what we should do. Get off the politics for a week. Pick something that we want to talk
yeah,
about.
something fun.
Yeah,
something,
I think
Well-
it's. I try to make it fun by
that's-
chiming in and
I-
joking all the time. I gotta cut you off sometime over there, otherwise
Yeah.
you'll just keep rambling on.
Yeah,
But
just
no, I think
just a
next
rambler.
Week, I think next week we should just pick something. During the week we'll talk about it. Pick something, and then we can all discuss it. Something that we all know, or maybe just two or one, whatever. We'll pick something else.
Yeah, we'll pick something maybe off the politics topic.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be a fucking near Nancy, whatever the fuck you call it.
What?
I don't know what that. What
What are you trying to say?
Not a sponsor?
Not hard enough. Yeah, no sponsor. No, not hard enough.
I got the moonshine in the fridge.
No, I got that at the house.
So just remember, folks, there's nothing like the hard truth.